What's up, good people? This is Isaiah. And as we look at the tape, hold on a second, let me, I don't know if that's a little loud. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this here. Settings, there we go. Because it may have been too low when compared to my last video. But anyway. And that was the video about the updates, right? The quick update. Basically, the app I use, ScreenFlow, when you, for those that are wondering, right, on the Mac, when it records system audio, when it records audio from your device, it's picking up the audio from the actual device. So what I mean by that is based on how loud this is, right? So if I were to simply come in here and turn this volume all the way up, as I look at the recording monitor here, I can see that the volume of my phone had actually increased. So, just throwing that out there. Now, if I was using a platform like Camtasia, then this wouldn't actually happen. In fact, I do have the ability to record them as two separate audio files, and then I could just, edit the volume in post-production. But I figured that I'd probably be better off doing this the way I am now. You know what I mean? That way I can at least manage the audio directly from the device. Previously, this was set to a 5 here, and you barely heard anything, which is fine. So I go for about a 6 or a 7 as soon as I get there. All right. So anyway, so I'm shooting this video. Hold on, let me get out of here. Get some more, the chill. That's what I'm going to call that. Yeah. So as you can see, we have Parisa here in the party. And the main reason why is because I wanted to experiment with her kit, really. Considering she's a bow user, she's brand new, might as well figure out what she's capable of. And the test here is really done on those backs, which is where I was just at. All right. So that's the objective here. Now, first things first, I'm thinking about carrying Grasta right now, and her board has it so that minstrel, bow, cursed, and fire, which now leads to questions. Questions like, who does she share a personality with outside of, say, just bow users, right? Because it's pretty obvious that she'll share Grasta with other bow users, but I'm also wondering, like, okay, do we have cursed really as one of the Grasta? Do we have, well, I'm sure we have fire. We have fire type Grasta, but I don't think it's possible to actually, it'd be bow, fire. Never mind. Power of Inferno, I believe is what it's called. All right, so let's see here. Looking at this, just off the top of my head from just looking at this short list here, cursed users, that would be Aisha's definitely cursed. So is Cyrus, right? Because he used to be human. You know what I mean? Shion from the Tales of Arise, right? She's cursed, or she was cursed in the beginning of the game for those that have played it. Actually, hold on. I don't know if that actually carried over. Let me check. Because that'd be pretty cool if it did. Let's see. Well, I could have shortened that list. She's a bow user. Well, really? Come on now. Let's see here. Shion, do your cursed? Yes, it does. Oh, that's nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. Anyway, so there's that. So yeah, there's people she could share Grasta with. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in Nona here. Sure, I know Nona isn't cursed, but she's at 255, so I can leverage all 4 of these spots here. And really, what I'm looking for is, again, just sharing Grasta. So we can give her this. We can give her pretty much whatever Seal has equipped, really. This here, though, doesn't really make sense to give her that. Because if I'm only testing against the bag, then she'll never drop as far as health is concerned. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Do we have anything else that... Do we give her Power of Inferno? Yes, we did. So there's really nothing else here. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Unless, let's see. Bow, self-healing, sound body. There's really nothing here to share. Okay, cool. So we're starting there, really, when it comes to building out Parisa here. And I have her with the Elpis bow, ring, heavy-duty badge, which, honestly, I only have to reduce her speed a little bit. Because her skill, at least the one I want to test, is Radiant Arrow. And it's preemptive, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, if you had a team full of characters do nothing but preemptive abilities, the one with the slowest speed acts last. And in most cases, that's kind of what you want. You want the one with the lowest speed to act last. All right. So anyway, and let's see here. Radiant Arrow is fire preemptive, fire pierce. Okay. So with that in mind, we have our Grasta holder. Now we got to figure out how do we want to really utilize her. I'm gonna stick with fire because it'd be easier to buff fire than it would like anything else, in my opinion. Sure, I could probably do piercing, but I'd have to figure out who can actually set a piercing zone based on skill. And again, that's where speed comes in handy. You know what I mean? That and preemptive. You know, so let's see. Parisa, we can use Yifa, who can buff. Oh, wait, that's sorting my shadow still. There we go. We can use Yifa here, who can provide a buff, either via faith or this skill here. Right? So, we aren't going to actually set faith on Parisa, unless, of course, she... I mean, we could test 2 rounds of it, really. See if it makes a difference. And then I said fire, right? So who would boost fire? I want to say Sukiya Alter could actually do it because she can apply 50% buff and debuff, actually. So she knocks out 2 birds on 1 stone. Plus she can awaken the zone. So we're gonna go ahead and go with Sukiya here. I only know that because I've been testing her quite a bit. Like when I use a team that consists of Minalka, for example, I'll set a fire zone with, say, like Tuva, especially if I'm going for like a 1-turn kill. So I'll set a fire zone with Tuva, and then we'll actually use Tuva in this party now that I think about it. So set the fire zone with Tuva, have Sukiya here use Shakurin Ranbu, right, which again applies to buff and debuffs, right? And then of course awakens the zone. And then, you know, we could probably have Yifa do something. And then after that, Tuva. Not Tuva. Geez, after that, Parisa. Actually, let's see where you at. There you are. And you don't have much as far as MP goes. There we go. So the turn order is going to be Sukiya, and then hopefully Tuva, then Sukiya, then Yifa, then Parisa. All right, so that's the turn order. Hopefully. All right. And of course, in order for this to work, we need Tuva to act first to set the zone. All right. And then we're going to look at Sukiya here, who's at 281. And I believe her skill is not preemptive, but because she has the Falcon badge, it now is a preemptive. So with that said, we're going to have to boost the speed of Tuva, and then also maybe give her like a Falcon badge or something like that, because I already have the Fire Grasta on her. Let's see here, equip, and I don't know what would boost speed. All right, so that would. So she's at 310, 281, so she's already faster. Now we just need to give her something that would. Oh wait, she already has Falcon's Blessing. Never mind. Don't need to worry about it. All right, so 281, 243. Ooh, that's very fast. I don't even think using a speed badge. 350, 343. It's okay. Like, Yifa acting second or third doesn't really matter that much. The point being here is that we want Parisa to act last in this test. All right. We have Sukiya here, 281 Falcon badge. She needs to be faster than Parisa here, who's at 258, which she is. All right, so we can test this for now. Let me see here. No Grasta here. We can test this for now and see how it does. I honestly don't know what to expect. I know that using, say, Tuva or any Fire Zone setter, really, and Sukiya have been working really well for me. I just haven't tested this exact combination of characters. You know, Tuva, Sukiya, Yifa, and Parisa. So, and then of course Nona in the back. So I wonder what we'll be able to do to the bad guy. All right, let's see here. And I share this with you all to really just illustrate like my thought process with teams. Oh wait, hold on. I'm actually forgetting that these are all pain crusted. So if anything, if Sukiya acts, we need her to set pain, which we should be able to do if I have some pain Rasta. With the bullseye, it doesn't really matter. Pain, boost power. Pain, sets pain. Okay, we'll go with that. Lance, and just look for this one here. Nope. Pain, perfect. Back to the Lance. And nothing there. MP consumption. Critical. Pain, that works. I don't know how much of an increase it actually gets, by the way. It just has a chance to inflict pain. And it's like, okay, well, how high is that? It's adversity, critical. Okay, let me see. Do I have any other pain Rasta that I can bind? That I can actually bind? You know what I mean? Let's see. So we have a pain here. And it doesn't require a Jadeite attack, which I don't have. Okay, come over here, upgrade, look for Lance, scroll down, here we have a Power of Pain, and there we go. We're still at 281 speed. Again, I gotta be careful of that. You know what I mean? Because you do want, like I said, you want, there we go. So you want Sukiya acting second, at least. You know what I mean? 350, 281, 348. We'll see. We will see. If she's not fast enough, then I can easily just, actually no, I can replace this Power of Agony with something that would actually boost her speed even more. Alright, so we're going to give this a shot here. Let's take on one dummy for now.
Leave my people alone.
So the plan here is to set the zone and then use Ranbu, and then we're not going to apply Faith. We're actually going to go straight to the buffing skill, and then we're going to test this Radiant Arrow here. And hopefully everything goes according to plan here. So.
There.
Nice. One turn. All right, so
Look at my dress.
there we go. And just for the sake of testing, I'm actually going to test using Faith here. Let's see here.
We fight.
And then we're not gonna have, let's have her use this here. I basically just waste a skill. I don't know what I'm going for.
There.
Now what's interesting is pain hasn't been set here. You know what I mean? So already the damage is far lower because there's no pain that was set. So puts me in a bit of a weird situation here. Now I can keep it going until pain is set by Sukiya, which I just might do actually. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh wait, I didn't have to do that. I could have had Tuva do it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna just have, you know, we're gonna use Ranbu and then Radiant Arrow. Pretty much nothing else changes. So even though pain was set, this has really dropped the amount of damage that she was able to do, like in that very first fight here. Let's see. Let's use Surge and
Testify.
pretty high, actually. Wow. So that's with Faith. I'm gonna try this one more time. Just because I'm curious. Like if, say, pain doesn't get set,
I'll try my best.
how much would the damage be? And there we have it. So not enough to kill without pain. So that's, I guess you could say, one of the drawbacks here. Because Sukiya doesn't have a skill that guarantees pain. And sure, we can use Tuva to set the pain here. But then we wouldn't have a fire setter. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that we have to take into consideration when doing things like this.
Testify.
And so there's that. I wonder if actually we gotta test that other skill. Doesn't she have another one? No, not you. She has a skill. Yeah, for singing. I believe it's an end of turn attack. Let me see here. Yes, it is. Which I assume would do more damage. Hold on, what did that say? Let me see here. Restore party members. While singing is activated, restore all party members' HP by 25, MP by 50, strength increase based on number of stacked Vivo. Max times 18. So then the question then becomes, well, how do you stack those? You know what I mean? Let's see, go to abilities here. We start with 4 stacked. Adjust to the number of fire allies in front line. Interesting. Okay. And as it stands right now, there's only one. Sukiya.
It's simple. Just kill all.
Yeah. Testify.
And that's still without pain, by the way. You know what I mean? Now I'm wondering if I used, say, Aisha to set fire zone, how much damage would that do? You know what I mean?
Testify.
Things to think about. Which, by the way, I only show this outside of AF because I know there's a pool of people who don't want to do AFs. You know what I mean? Playing the piano. There's a lot of us that don't want to have to do that because then there's a lot to consider. You know what I mean? So buffing, debuffing, and then having a skill that keeps your AF bar high as you use the AF. You know, and then placing them in a position where that makes sense to do. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, there's that. So not bad, really, as far as teams go. You know what I mean? Like I said, ideally you would have someone who... Actually, let me replace Tuva with Aisha here. Only because I'm curious on whether or not 351, like, it impacts anything. Let's see here. With Vivo, skill strength increase times 6 and buff effect increased with 4. Okay. Allowing her to do more damage. Make 2 additional attacks and activate Conrico if learned. And then, of course, I'm assuming that when Conrico is activated, then these effects kick into place by giving more of those stacks. So, let's see here. Hold on, do I even have the Fire Zone skill? Yes, I do. Flame Serenade. Alright, so. And this is just the thought process of testing one user, mainly to see, you know, damage potential outside of AF. And mainly because, like, I'm waiting for the update, if I'm being honest here. Alright, so all that changes is we're using Flame Serenade, and pretty much everything else stays the same. There we go. Radiant Arrow. So let's see. So it's funny, because now Pain was set, and yet for some odd reason, she didn't do enough damage. Isn't that interesting? I wonder why. But let's see here. I'm pretty sure if I use that song, then
Testify.
there we go, 2 turns. So yeah, it's interesting how just changing out one character impacted the whole scheme of things. You know what I mean? So, anyway, there we have Parisa here being tested in battle. Right, and again, this was made with the idea of just testing how much damage Parisa herself can do. Okay. This actually may be a good idea to test like different end of turn characters. You know what I mean? Where the goal being, okay, can I buff and debuff? Can I buff the damage dealer and then debuff the enemy we're going up against, and then have that end of turn skill basically wipe out whatever I'm going up against? You know what I mean? So it's just an idea here. Of course, with that comes the question: who are the end of turn hit characters? Right? To my knowledge, let's see, we have, hold on, I'm trying to think, trying to think here. We have, Victor's the first one that comes to mind for some reason, and I don't know why, actually, but he is the first that comes to mind. So Victor, obviously we have, Parisa. Who else do we have that does end of turn attacks? Yakumu doesn't. Ululu, right? The Crimson Reaper could do it. I know Shannon could do it. Who else do we have here? Can hit at like the end of turn. I'd actually have to go through the list just to see. Testing different characters really to figure out who does an end of turn attack. You know what I mean? Pretty sure Victor does though. I think he was the first actually who had like an end of turn attack skill You know what I mean? So, but anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. Again, the whole purpose of this video was just testing Parisa, see how much damage she can do. But if you have other end of turn attack characters, those that I can't think of for some odd reason, yeah, I really can't think of any who have like end of turn attacks. Like, actually, hold on. Ash Tier, okay, I know she does it because she has the bombs. All right, I'm pretty sure Yukino AS has one, which turns to a snowman. Would you call it a snowman? Whatever. Milsha, I believe, has one as well. It's a shade attack. Okay. Mistraire, she has one, which I believe it's a like crystal attack. Could be wrong. It's probably like non-elemental. Victor. Let's see. Mila, she has it because I call her the elemental queen, right? Mainly because you can build her up in such a way that, right, if you did all fire-based damage, then her end of turn of attack is going to be fire-based. If you did water-based damage, water-based. Non-elemental, I believe it heals. It'll do a non-elemental hit, but it also heals, right? So you can build her up to pretty much do anything. And Shannon AS, another style, not alter style, could have end of turn attack. So it may be worth experimenting, really. You know, you may actually want to experiment with building a team that does nothing but, you know, they're good on the front line, and then end of turn, when all hope is lost, they just start one-shotting the boss. You know what I mean? So maybe something worth testing. All right, other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. In fact, I'll probably be testing end of turn, like, team comps later. Just because, I want to say, who else? Something's telling me that Primea does end of turn attacks. I just don't know for sure. Where are you, Primea? Let's see. I may have to just do a request to figure it out. Let's see here. Maybe. I don't know. And she inflicts pain? Yeah, I'll have to test her out, actually. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you all later.